A few days ago, I've been watching this a South African guy. It's a white guy, and he was arguing that he belongs uh, in South Africa, that he doesn't have anywhere else to go. His forefathers or his great grandfather came to South Africa and settled. His grandfather, his father, everybody else was born in South Africa, so he has nowhere else to go. With everything going on, I tend to agree. I tend to agree. I think if you have been born in a certain place for, you're born in a certain place, you assume the identity of the place. Okay. So, and I think with all this xenophobia thing going on in South Africa, that's fine. In the ANC is their opportunity, or whatever they want to do with their country is their country. They can do whatever they want. Okay. Now I heard somebody was saying also that, oh, there is this white people or white there. No. Where do you want them to go? As much as South Africa is your country, South Africa is their country also. Where do you want them to go? The Dutch settlers, I don't know if you have some mixture of some French there, Germans, English. They've made that part of the world their own. So there's no way you can come out of somewhere and say, oh, they must go, they have to go. No. If the white people leave South Africa today, South Africa will be like Zimbabwe. Because as much as I know, about 90% of the farmland, of farming, of agriculture is in the hands of the white people. In defense, 90% of defense of South Africa is in the hands of the white people. Finance, commerce, communication, 90% is in the hands of the whites. Now, coming to your natural resources, gold and diamond, I think I can confidently say about 100% is in the hands of the whites. So if they go, can you manage it? Can the black South Africans manage it? Now, I know a lot of South Africans, some, not all, some are very emotional when they hear subject topics like this. They get emotional already suddenly, and then they forget the main point. And then, you know, I hope you, if you want to respond or if you want to listen with, with apply some critical thinking. And then if there's an area you disagree with what I'm saying, be matured enough to talk about it. Not we are no longer in the Bushman era where everything is about fight, everything is about no. We're gonna have a conversation here. The point I'm trying to make is that you will never drive white people out of South Africa. You will never drive white people out of jobs, the job of handling the country. Since 1984, when your country was taken over by ANC, all those cities that we used to imagine clean, decent, they've turned into trash. They've turned into trash. The ANC is the most corrupt after Nigeria. After the Nigerian political parties, the ANC is the most corrupt political party, followed by maybe ZANU PF or any other political party, prominent political party in Africa. You understand? So you cannot chase the white people away. You guys cannot govern. Africans cannot govern. Okay? Nigerians cannot govern. Black Nigerians cannot govern. Black Ghanaians cannot govern. Congo cannot govern. Mozambique cannot govern. Definitely, black South Africans cannot govern. I remember during apartheid, crime was very, very low because most of the black people were in the townships. Those tin house, tin roof townships. You understand? So after you guys got independence, they now allowed you to into the cities. Now, people coming from the township into the cities that after independence, most of them didn't have education. Most of them didn't have skills. So they just came in and then invaded the place. Now, there's been progress made after independence. A lot of South Africans are educated now, and still about 70% of Black South Africans that go to school are women. I don't know why the men don't do that. You know, now South Africa is a country that we from other parts of Africa we always look, kind of maybe look up to, say, okay, these people have gone through a lot, apartheid and everything. We've kind of looked up to you and say, okay, this we wish this our brothers well. We wish that they have um, good governance, even if the white people will not. Hold on, let me do this. Even if white people will only give them limited opportunities or limited space to grow and thrive, I think they've done so much for themselves, especially the women, South African women. They've embraced education. Okay, like I was saying earlier, we have always other people from. I'm not talking about those that are coming to South Africa for jobs. I'm not talking about some Nigerians that come to South Africa maybe because of they cannot contribute anything. They saw a market and then started engaging in criminal drug activities or prostitution or all of those things like that, or even other online scamming. Okay, so but the thing is that South African society provides the opportunity for South Africans themselves to take it. Okay, because one would expect that the Zulu, all the Zulu people, they have like warrior mentality. I hope they will apply that warrior mentality in other places, like as aggressive as Nigerians are. You know what I mean? Take it. Because right now, if you, so let's say all the Africans, whether legal or illegal, let's say all Africans leave South Africa today, I don't think um, South Africans will rise up to fill in those spaces. No, those spaces will be taken over by Indians, Pakistanis. Okay, so the main points here is that your problem is not Africans. Okay, Africans are because another thing that if you guys were very productive, if you guys are productive, like very very productive, I don't think Africans will come to your country and be doing all of these things. Okay, another thing is that Africans, other African citizens, when they come to South Africa, they are willing to do jobs that some South Africans think is beneath them. These people will come and drive Uber or do other thing, Bolt or whatever. Come and do house help. Come and some of them go stay there, go to school, have a maybe a decent job or raise their children, put their children through school. Okay. So if Africans live today, are you going to turn your attention to the whites? I don't think that's going to be possible. You'll never get rid of white people in South Africa. Never, ever, ever. You will never. And another thing, my fear now is that maybe I really want it to happen. Let the DA, not DA, what is it, DA? Uh, the White People Party. Is it DA, Democratic Alliance? Is it DA? Not Jacob Zuma's party. What is the party of those white people? Oh God, is it DA or no? Could be DA. Once you give DA the opportunity to get into power, you are done. Half of in the next maybe 20 years down the road, half of South Africans are living urban areas will be systematically sent back to townships. You know, don't forget, they still have the playbook of apartheid. They still have the playbook of division, separation, all of those things. Okay. So if you succeed in chasing Africans out of there, these people will now focus on you. And if they just get the opportunity, get into power, you're finished. I don't want to see that happen in South Africa. I don't want to see helpless, because I still have the images of seeing black people being tormented in their own country. So I will encourage that maybe you guys send your children more to school, give them more exposure so that they can get decent jobs, so that they will not engage in robbery, looting, because I'm seeing them loot shops, do robbery, or they see them drinking alcohol. Like, what's that? What's that? Okay. I have so much respect for South Africa. Forget about all of these things that are happening. Okay. As an African, I wish South Africa can, kind of take control of his country, maybe like up to 50%. Because right now, the black South Africans only have 10% control of their country. 10%. That's why you're not thriving. That's why you feel you don't have a lot. So you feel other people, black people, are competing with you in this space. Meanwhile, white people are the poorest white person in South Africa is living better than every black person, to the extent that they carved out their own city, their own town in Orania. Within your country, no black person sleeps there. They don't allow any black person. You can pass through, you can stop by, you can come there, but you don't sleep there. They'll get you out of town. In your own country, you allow that happen, but you don't do anything. You go out, you think Africans are your problems. They are not. Anyway, I think with time, you understand what all of this is. Now, I'm not in support of illegal immigrants. Okay. I'm not in support of illegal immigrants, because I was watching documentary the other time. It's not just that illegal immigrants start coming. No, South African gangs collect money from these people. These people pay a lot, thousands of dollars, so that this illegal immigrants, illegal South African, South African gangs bring these people in, collect money from them. I think you should go after these gangs first before you go after these people. The moment you go after the South African gangs that bring in all of these illegal immigrants, then you'll be able to, do it. By the way, the gangs are also in charge of all of this drug dealing by foreigners. It's the South African gangs. You need to be objective. You need to apply critical thinking. That you need to understand that nobody can just come from another country and come take over your country. There has to be connivance with your own citizens. I'm not even in South Africa. I know this. So how come you that are in South Africa, you find it difficult to understand this? Anyway, I wish you guys well. I wish you peace. And I hope you get what you are fighting for, your freedom. Okay. I want you to get to a point where you have up to like 50% control of your resources, your communication, your finance, everything. Because right now it's 90% in the hands of white. It's been like that since independence. The moment you begin to fight these people and get your powers back, then you will know, you not even care about other Africans coming. All right, guys, I gotta go later.